Hello everyone, Richard here. I just wanted to make a real quick video about how do you actually go about learning Japanese language? What should you focus on? So before you dive into studying Japanese, you should have some sort of a plan on how you actually proceed. I did not have that when I first started out, and only resulted in years of running in circles without any real progress. Talk about frustrating. Now, then again, I was not super serious about learning the language in the beginning. It was more like a hobby. Still, regardless of whether you plan on learning the language just a little bit or really crank it up and learn everything there is to know about Japanese language, you need to know how to start. You need to have some sort of a battle plan. Here's my method. I based off of years and years of trial and error, and I'm not saying this is the only way of doing it, but rather what really worked for me because I tried a lot of different things. And now, considering I now speak four languages, I dare say I know more than just a little bit about learning languages. And yes, this is the part where I brag about my infinite amount of achievements. Now, in all seriousness, I believe learning Japanese, or any language for that matter, is really hard, but a good strategy can significantly help the progress, make it smoother and faster. There's no quick way to learn Japanese. You should just accept that. But there are definitely shortcuts. What I'll share with you will allow you to take better control over your progress and scale it up or down according to your needs and desires. So, how to proceed? The important thing is to remember not to practice only one skill. Not just Japanese, all languages compose of several skills: speaking, listening, reading, comprehension, and writing. I I hope I did not forget any. But you need to practice all of these in order to be truly fluent. Now, what does fluent mean? Obviously, it's a bit subjective term, but for the sake of this article, fluent means being able to express yourself easily in either oral or written form. This means you gotta be able to handle conversations and texts of various difficulties and have little to no trouble with them. So, how do we get there? Two words: baby steps. Don't jump around, don't be hasty, build solid foundation. It may seem slow overall, but not really. It will make things much easier in the long run, for sure. Learn a few new words, learn how to write them using kanji right away, learn a few grammatical points, and make a few sentences for practice. Write them down and watch some Japanese videos, drama, anime, YouTube videos, anything will do. If you can do this on like daily basis, you'll be golden in no time. Cool thing about comprehension is that it kind of happens on its own. Just try to understand. That's really all it takes. Don't ignore words you don't understand too much. Don't be too lax nor too hard on yourself. Never forget to have fun at least 51% of the time. Personally, I try to learn 10 new words a day, plus all the kanji involved. As for grammar, I'm trying to stick with 1 to 5 grammar points a day. If I can watch an entire Japanese movie the same day, awesome. You learn the most by watching natives. Pay attention how they react. What words do they choose for different situations? This is particularly important with Japanese due to its multiple politeness levels. You gotta get the feel for how politely you should talk in different situations with different people. If you can keep this up, you'll have guaranteed results. Keep in mind that even when you learn something new, unless you start using it right away, it will take a while for your brain to truly take it in and comprehend. You shouldn't let that discourage you as long as you study diligently. then even when you feel like you're not getting any results, it will pay off in the future. You just gotta stick with it. By just spending the time with Japanese language, you will begin to understand more and more Japanese as you go on. Let me tell you about my friend. She's an ex-classmate of mine. She was always fascinated with Japanese, just like me, but she never really decided to learn the language. She would just watch tons and tons of anime, which is cool. I mean, I like anime myself. For those who don't know anime, it's basically Japanese animation. Should not be considered for kids. It's a typical prejudice, and there are some really mature pieces of work as well, very popular in Japan and around the world, even among older people. Anyway, back to the story. While I was studying the Japanese language, she was still watching anime. And now, years later, even though she can barely say a single word in Japanese, her comprehension is through the roof. As long as there's not too advanced Japanese involved, she has no problem understanding it. I'm amazed by her. But it only proves my point. As long as you invest those hours into Japanese language in any shape or form, then you'll get some results in one form or another. Trying and failing will lead to gradual improvement. Doing nothing will lead to nothing. Remember that. Now, let me take a moment to address the elephant in the room, kanji, or well, Japanese writing all around. When I started to study Japanese, I did not learn it. It was simply too intimidating, and it just looked really complicated, right? And it is, well, kind of. But when I finally discovered the right way to learn kanji, I started to make real progress. It truly became an invaluable element or cornerstone for mastering the language. Before that, Japanese was really confusing to me. Now I know better. Learn the writing. Don't be scared of it. It's not that hard. It just takes time. So that's all I wanted to say here. Remember, learn little bit by little, right? Just baby steps, and but learn all the parts of the language, writing included. They will complement each other and will allow you to truly master the language. You will start to understand on a much deeper level. So don't be intimidated. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.